The noisy sounds of this city is a sign of how excited populations are always ready for the changing of times. The city located on the island of Java is even considered as one of the most dense cities in the world. This city attracts many migrants from different countries and other parts in Southeast Asia because of it acts as the meeting point of many cultures. Of course, you're familiar with the city that we'll be talking about these times. Yes, Jakarta. This capital city of Indonesia is a metropolitan city with the highest building, the most dynamic city, a dream city of many workers, but they never leave the history of their ancestors. Jakarta is also known as the ancient city with many historical heritage, like buildings, canals, port, cultural area, with no exceptions, it's culinary. In this episode, we will tell you a story about the taste in Jakarta. Since the colonial ages, Jakarta has been a magnetic field for migrants from domestic to foreigners. Initially, Jakarta was a small port on the east train of Ciliwung rivers around 500 years ago. This port city expanded into a big trade center. Then it became the capital city of Indonesia with a number of populations that continues to increase in many years. Jakarta gets the name of the city with 1,001 names because it's experienced many name change in up to 13 times. In the 14th century, the capital city of Indonesia is called as Sunda Kelapa, as the main port of the kingdom of Pajajaran that became a trade center. Then on June 22, 1572, the name was changed to Sunda Kelapa by Fathahillah, and changed again by the Dutch in 1621 becomes Stad Batavia. In 1905 changed to Gemeente Batavia. In 1935 to Stad Gemeente. Then when the times of Japanese occupational period in 1942, it was changed to Jakarta Toko Betsushi. Then in September 1945, after the proclamation of independence, the Indonesian government changed the name to the National Government of Jakarta City. Even more, because in 1950, under the government of the Netherlands Indies Civil Administrations or NICA, changed the name back to Stad Gemeente Batavia. But 1 month later, it changed again to Jakarta Township. In 1958, Jakarta was declared as a Swatantra region. Therefore, it was replaced to the Great Jakarta Township. And in 1961, the government for the special capital city of Greater Jakarta was established. Then on 31 of August, the special capital area of Jakarta is officially established as the capital city of Indonesian Republic with the name of Jakarta. After the reform period, 1999 to now, the name Provincial Government of Special Capital Region of Jakarta is officially used. Well now, who doesn't know Jakarta?
Jakarta has changed over time during the age of spice trade into the colonialism era, even until this day. The strategic place of Jakarta as the porting hub and the business hub of the Dutch East India Company during the colonialism era has made Jakarta as a very sexy destination for traders and merchants all around Asia, even Europe, that coming to Batavia, and they trying to have luck in the global spice trade era since the 15th century until the end of the 18th century. And that era has brought lots of people coming to this city, and then they merge, their culture merge as one cosmopolitan society. And one thing that's really interesting about that is that how local people is actually really open to all of that influence and influx of people that's coming from all around the region of Asia and Europe to Batavia. And one of the most significant result of that acculturation, of that long time of interaction between culture is the distinct culinary that Jakarta has as mega city. And lots of dishes that is coming from the product of cultural assimilation and the acculturation, and some of them are still distinct and we still enjoy until this day.
Culinary potential in Indonesia was already exists since the Dutch colonial era. Indonesian society is proven to be very open with the foreign taste, which of course can be blended with the culture and nation's traditions. One of the culinary samples that starts on the beginning as the cuisines for nobles and royal families is ice cream. In Indonesia, ice cream was first introduced by the Dutch. During the Dutch colonial period, the community can't make ice cream like the original recipes because the price of dairy milk is quite expensive and limited. From there, the community mixed their own ice cream menu with the raw ingredients of coconut milk as a substitute of dairy milk. Later, we know es puter and es dungdung ice as ice creams that melts into Indonesian taste of ice cream.
One important thing that we need to know about food is that food is culture. Food is a product of culture, and culture evolves. Culture never static. Now you can find lots of different kinds of dishes in the city of Jakarta. From international cuisines, a more traditional cuisine from other regions in Indonesia, even the food of Betawi itself. And lots of cuisines that emerge in Jakarta is because the people of the city loves to eat, right? It is impossible if lots of cuisines evolves in one city if the people or the society of the city has no good appetite. And Jakarta's people have really strong and good appetite in many kinds of foods. And one of the most significant products of that colonialism era that take place in Jakarta is the existence of many kinds of ice cream parlor. One of them, it's still distinct until this day and still exists, is the Ragusa, the iconic ice cream parlor that located in the central of Jakarta next to the presidential palace, one of the icon of the city also.
Now, the times are increasingly changing. The price of ice cream is more affordable and can be enjoyed by everyone. But the heritage taste is certainly not about the price, but about the legends. Now, the times are changing. Visiting the Italian ice cream shop Ragusa, like jumping into a time machine and returning to the past. The interior architecture of the building is very thick and Art Deco style, typical of the colonial era. Many black and white photos from the ice cream shop that adorn the walls of the store. Customers enjoy ice while sitting in old rattan chairs, although the place is small with hot and humid Jakarta weather.
Saya Ibu Hajah Syasmawarni Saputra SSFM, umur 78 tahun, sebagai owner atau pemilik, karena marganya Ragusa. Jadi saya namainnya Ragusa F Italia. Tahun 30 datang ke Indonesia hanya belajar jahit, tailor. Belajarnya di Menteng, namanya Shin & Co. Ketika belajar, ketemu sama mertua saya, namanya Yo Gyok Siang. Setelah lulus, beliau pergi ke Bandung, tinggal di Jalan Poswe. Ada fotonya ya. Di Poswe sekarang namanya Cipaganti. Ketemu pacar orang Belanda. Ternyata dia punya peternak sapi di Lembang. Akhirnya dia pada pergi ke Lembang. Dia lihat, aduh susunya nggak terawat. Katanya sayang, bikinin es krim aja. Kata bos itu, orang Belanda, dia bilang oke. Jadi bikin es krim. Dijual pakai beca, keliling, jualan es krim. Laku banget. Karena es krimnya enak dan sehat. Tahun 45, karena kita merdeka, jadi orang-orang bule kabur. Jadi nggak ada orang. Jadi turun, sepi. Tahun 46 lebih sepi lagi. Akhirnya dia jalan-jalan di sini, ada tempat kosong bisa disewa. Jadi dia tahun 47 dia sewa di sini. Ya. Sampai sekarang.
Original recipe of Ragusa ice cream consists of milk, water, sugar, and without preservatives. It makes the texture of Ragusa ice cream feel soft and smooth. Ragusa ice cream also does not use butter and consistently rely on their original taste, that is vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, mocha, and nougat. This shop does not make gelato and only produce ice cream as its legendary menu.
Mesinnya semuanya dari Itali. Ya. Dari dulu sampai sekarang mesin saya banyak sekali, ada 20 lebih mesin. Tapi karena di Jara tahun 98 habis semua. 20 outlet saya habis dibakarin di Jara. Bedanya, karena saya punya es krim dari susu. Orang-orang punya es krim, Bapak mungkin tahu yang di jalanan pakai santan. Santannya apa dimasak, apa tidak, kita kan nggak tahu. Dan yang saya tahu gelato, karena saya dikirim ke Italia, suruh beli mesin. Saya beli 4 biji mesin. Tahu-taunya mesinnya nggak mau jadi, Pak. Es krim saya udah bikin dari susu, terus malam saya mesti taruh di freezer, besoknya baru jadi. Tidak fresh kan? Jadi saya tidak mau, saya pakai mesin saya, dibetulin terus, dibetulin. Masih bisa dipakai. Gitu. Dan saya mohon, dulu tahun 98 bulan Mei, kan saya di Jara. Tolong teman-teman kalau bisa ada mesin-mesin saya yang udah pada rusak, tolong kirim ke saya bayar, nanti saya betulin. Pasti bisa dipakai lagi dan bisa berkembang lagi. Ya. Ya, vanilla, strawberry, coklat, mocha, tutti frutti, cassata siciliana. Ya, itu sampai sekarang, dari tahun 32 sampai sekarang, kamu saya bilang basi dong. Enggak, saya selalu tiap hari bikin, ya, jadi fresh terus.
Italian ice cream shop Ragusa also provides Tutti Frutti and Casata Siciliana ice cream for almost 90 years. Tutti Frutti consists of vanilla ice cream, chocolate and strawberries with chopped fruit candies, while Casata Siciliana is a traditional Sicilian ice cream cake. Mrs. Haja Sias also visited Italy in the 90s. Then after returning from Italy, Mrs. Sias decided to add spaghettis. It's an ice cream that looks like spaghetti and other variations such as banana splits, which eventually also became a customer's favorite.
Nah, jam 10 pagi, dulu sampai jam 10 malam. Sekarang tidak. Dari jam 10 pagi sampai jam 7, belakangan jam 8, sekarang udah boleh jam 9. Ya. Jam 7. Jam 7 bikin es krim, jam 10 selesai. Jadi kita baru bisa buka. Oh, kita pakai ya. Hanya itu aja. Karena saya pakai, saya diajakin, saya juga ajak dia makan, ajak dia cobain makan makanan es krim semua. Tahu-tahunya bayarnya 20%. Saya es krim saya puluhan tahun saya nggak naik-naikin, Pak. Saya sayang ke bangsa saya sendiri, Indonesia. Itu. Ya jadi saya gimana? Dulu saya pakai susunya dari pasar Minggu. Masa dia datang pagi-pagi jam 10, masa jam 2 siang udah busuk, udah basi, tahu basi. Saya buang aja seember, panci saya buang. Habis kalau enggak nanti orang pada sakit. Jadi saya berasa mendingan saya pakai susu bubuk. Perlu kita bikin. Oke. Susu bubuk diaduk sama air panas, air mendidih, diaduk-aduk, terus ditaruh di freezer biar dingin. Udah dingin baru digiling dipakai mesin, ya, baru jadi ya. Sebenarnya saya mau buka di mana-mana, tapi suami saya umurnya udah mau 90 tahun, jadi dia bilang nggak usah dah, katanya. Ada suami saya di dalam. Dia bilang nggak usah. Ya udah, tapi di Tamrin ada Sarinah. Dia maksa sekali suruh saya ikut. Saya udah bayar ratusan juta. Katanya 10 November mau buka, sampai sekarang belum buka-buka. Jadi agak susah juga, belum jadi katanya. Bangunannya belum jadi.
The price range offered at Ragusa Ice Cream located on First Veteran Street, number 10, Jakarta is actually very affordable. The price starts from 14,000 rupiahs for small portions and 35,000 rupiahs for large portions. This shop also provides a variety of companion foods such as Chinese food, European food, also Indonesian food.
Pegawai saya 15 orang. Dari pagi jam 7 sampai jam 3. Terus dari jam 3 sampai malam. Ya. Dan anak buah saya nih, si Batak. Kirain jahat, tau-tau baik. Baik dan pinter. Semuanya bagus. Udah 30 tahun kerja di sini, pinter ya bukan main. Makasih ya. Bener Pak, saya sayangin dan saya berbagi-bagi. Karena Pak Vincent, adiknya meninggal, saya guru gajinya 200.000, bagaimana bisa bayar Pak? Tapi dia tahu saya kuliah terus, akhirnya dia hibahkan ke saya. Padahal saya orang Islam Pak. Dan akhirnya saya banyak uang, saya kirim ke Italia. Dia tanya, bosnya tanya, lu duit dari mana? Dari Tuhan, saya bilang. Itu emang kenyataan. Saya aja waktu sekolah dokter gigi, bikin gigi palsu banyak. Duitnya saya kumpulin, saya kasih mama saya ratusan juta. Dia kan bayarin saya 400 juta. Saya kasih, dia nggak mau. Saya bilang kan mama yang bayarin saya kuliah. Nggak lama kemudian masa bos kasih saya, Pak. Itu yang paling penting. Jadi kita sayang sama orang tua, sama tetangga kita yang kurang mampu kita bantuin. Semua tanya aja orang sini. Ya. Udah nggak ada orang, udah pada meninggal, tinggal Vincent sendiri. Dan dia udah tua, umurnya udah 70, akhirnya umur 95 tahun meninggal. Iya. Jadi ya semuanya begitu. Saya percaya karena saya diajarin. Dan saya punya guru, saya kan ngajar di Amitabha. Amitabha perlu saya, guru, saya ngajar. Tahu-taunya ada guru dari Cina. Aduh, namanya Ku Lao Shi. Masa dia ngajarin saya, aduh kamu katanya, sionya kambing. Kambingnya kambing air. Lu mestinya jual air, lu jadi laku gitu. Jadi saya jual es krim kan dari air. Bener dia laku. Jadi saya nggak jualan makanan. Tadinya saya kan di Duta Merlin di mana-mana jual makanan. Tapi laku juga karena makanan saya enak. Karena saya keliling dunia belajar. Saya mau tom yum, di Itali kan nggak ada, cuma ada steak, spaghetti, itu bisa ada. Saya pergi ke Hong Kong Hilton yang mahal. Belajar bisa.
One of the menus that are often ordered is the Coupe de Maison, the sweetness of 2 scoops ice cream mixed with savory pieces of nougat, very indulgent the customer's tongue. This store is open from 10 a.m. and closed at 10:30 p.m. Usually, at lunchtime, the customers comes more and fill the food stall.
Presiden Habibie, beliau selalu dia kuliahnya di Jerman, tapi kalau dia lagi libur dia pulang. Kalau pulang pasti dia mampir ke sini, karena dia tahu es krim kita bagus, sehat. Pak Habibie setelah dia jadi presiden tetap masih datang. Seminggu bisa 2 kali, Senin, Kemis, karena dia suka sekali es krim saya dan sehat. Dia tahu banget.
If you go to modern ice cream place or gelato place, you can find flavors like, mint and chocolate and caramel and stuff like that. But when you go to Ragusa, you will find types of ice cream that you will never find anywhere else in the city. Why? Because they still serve the ice cream like the spaghetti ice cream. That's very iconic because they squeeze the ice cream using potato masher to represent the spaghetti texture. And that's very iconic Ragusa. People will exactly know that that is Ragusa. And I think that's the most important thing that the new generation could do to make this iconic icon still standing even to the next generation after. Because that's what lots of young generations in outside of Indonesia they actually do. They create stories and then they create activities around this legendary establishment, and that will make more people that coming to that place. That will make more people enjoy that place even on weekends. So I think that's what we have to do, especially for the next generation, in order for the iconic places like Ragusa still standing.
Ice cream is the most desirable dessert of people and ages, ranging from children, even adults. The taste of sweet and cold ice cream very pleasure to enjoy it, especially in a big city like Jakarta. Ragusa Ice Cream Shop has been made the same since then, so you can enjoy this Italian ice cream with the nostalgic feelings. Here, we can see the ice cream making machine displayed at the back of the shop, as well as family photos of Luigi and Vincenzo that are still neatly displayed. Ragusa ice cream is hereditary flavor. Although it seems traditional, but it has a luxurious and special taste. So, now we understand why Ragusa Ice Cream Shop never lack of customers.